Hey there, thanks for joining me. In this session today, I wanted to talk about the fundamental attitude of mindfulness that is non-judgment. It's one of the principles that John Kabat-Zinn talked about and is what I'm learning all about in my mindfulness training. And so I want to explore that a little bit more here. So what is non-judgment? And my view of it is it's that voice in our head actually commentating. It's taking note and making judgments, points of view, commentary, criticisms, explanations about what is happening in that present moment. And we can get caught up in listening to that voice and believing that that voice is us and also that it is true. The way that we are seeing it and that commentary that we're having about it must be what's happening. But what the mindfulness approach is trying to get us to do is recognize that that judgment, that commentary is actually getting in the way. It's like a screen, like a filter. That means the experience as we have it in the here and now is being interfered with. It's being made to be a certain way. There's a bias that's happening because of that commentary that we're taking notice of. So instead, it's letting go of that judgment and, well, how do we do that? It's first of all noticing it, but then in the noticing, it's like the awareness. So letting go of trying to listen to it, but being aware of it as just another experience in this moment. So the way I work with this for myself and what's helped me is seeing the voice in our head almost like another sound, like the sounds that I hear as I'm paying attention to the present moment. So I might notice the sounds at the moment of distant cars driving past, the sounds of birds, the sound of my clock ticking here in the office. And then the thoughts, when I notice them, is like there's another sound. It's the voice of my commentary as another sound that rises and falls at the same time. A little bit like when we are explaining thoughts like clouds in the sky. So there's clouds are the thoughts, or they could be the emotional state, but in this terms it's the thoughts. And the sky itself is our observation, the presence, the being present. And those bubbling clouds can come up and then we're noticing them and just letting them pass through. So it's that experience. So we're not trying to make sense or go with those thoughts, although that's what happens very often. But it's not about trying to stop the thoughts. We're not trying to stop the clouds from coming because they're going to come. That's how it is. But instead, we are not getting involved or invested in those thoughts. Am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? Is this okay? Oh, I'm bored. Oh, this is taking too long. And I have all of those thoughts. I really do. And some days it's easier than others to just be with whatever's present. But, this concept of seeing it as sound can be really helpful. So we're not trying to stop the thoughts, we're just noticing that voice like any other sound. So we're letting go of that barrier, that judgment barrier that might be getting in the way of us just noticing, being present in our body, allowing whatever is there to be there with a sort of gentleness. So when we've got very harsh, critical thoughts in our head, it's like, oh, I'm noticing that critical voice. I'm noticing that harsh tone in the sound of my voice. That's it. And then we're noticing the feeling in my chest. I'm noticing a cold sensation as the air goes into my nose to breathe into my lungs. I'm noticing the weight of my foot on the ground. So all of them become an experience, that mindful experience in the present moment. So that's going to be the practice today. That's what I'm going to be focusing on for this 5 minute meditation in a minute. So I'd love you to join me for this. And what I'm going to be doing then is putting the screen onto just a blank screen. You'll see me in the corner, but really it's so that you're not caught up with watching me necessarily, but you can invite you either to close your eyes or you can focus on a point of reference. You don't have to close your eyes. And some people, like myself, sometimes find it really hard to sit. So if sitting for you feels that it's getting in the way of just being present, you can try putting earphones in and just listening to this part of the meditation and just pausing, then listening, and maybe walking around and just hearing what this guided meditation brings you and see if that helps you or not. All right, so with no further ado, let me just share the screen so that you can see the sort of more neutral experience here. I'll put that up there so that you can still see me, but I'm less obvious to you. And I'm going to try my best not to. I've got a script here just to help me with the process of this mindfulness, but it's only there as a prompt, so I might not do it. But if I'm looking down, that's what I'm looking at. Okay. All right. So let's come to a stillness. Let's come to a point of stillness. And at this point, I welcome you. If you want to close your eyes, do. If you don't, it's fine. Just softly look at a point of reference. And first of all, we get grounded in our body. So first of all, if you are seated or lying, just notice how your body is being held by gravity. So, what points are in touch with the ground? Is it your feet? Is it your legs and back? Is your spine upright? You're noticing how your hands are resting on your lap or on the chair. And then we're going to notice first the breath. So we're going to engage with the breath. So on this next breath, I want you to notice the breath going in deeply into your lungs, really filling your lungs up. And then breathing slowly out. And maybe on this next breath, breathing in for 5 and out for 5. So we're having equal balance of in and out. And again, in for 5 and out for 5. With this practice, we're noticing what's happening within our body and also within our mind. And as you sit here, in awareness of that gentle breathing, breathing in and out, you might also notice that voice, the commentary. Are you judging the thoughts right now, judging the experience in this moment? Or is your mind wandering? You notice your thoughts going off like clouds in the sky. And in this time, in this practice, we're not trying to stop our thoughts. We're here just to simply notice. And every time you notice your thoughts, whatever commentary, whatever that voice is saying, gently say to yourself, thinking. Allow that to be there. Ah, I notice thinking. You may also be aware of other sounds around you. Noticing those sounds that are close by. Noticing those sounds that may be more distant. Notice a quality of rising and falling of those sounds that you are aware of right now. And again, if any thoughts are there, we notice the thinking like another sound. Notice how those thoughts can rise up just like another sound. And as you bring your attention back to the awareness of everything around you, all those sounds around you, sound of our voice can rise and fall, be near and distant, just like any other sound that you pay attention to in this moment. And you might be aware of the judgment of those thoughts. This is boring. I can't focus. What time is it? Am I doing this right? And instead of pushing away those thoughts, again, I'm aware of the judging. This is the thinking that has become judging. And again, acknowledging, not pushing it away. It is that voice that's a sound like any other, that can rise and fall, like the clouds in the sky. You can let them pass. You don't need to get involved with that question that might arise. You're just letting it pass. You're not changing it. So imagining each thought you notice, I'm noticing thinking. I'm noticing judging. Like a cloud moving across the sky. You are aware of that. You're not chasing it, holding on to it. Instead, you're letting it move through. And when you notice yourself caught up in those thoughts, as you may well do, bringing yourself back to the awareness of all the sounds you can hear, or bringing yourself back to the sound of your breath right now in this moment. It's an opportunity to be aware, notice the thinking, and bring yourself back to the present moment, the here and now. It is the practice. It is mindfulness. Listening to the sound of your breath, or listening to the sounds you can hear around you. Every time you get caught up in those thoughts, letting that cloud pass and moving yourself back to the present moment. Just being here. And as we come to the end of this practice, I'd like you to slightly breathe in a deeper way. So breathing in, filling your lungs, and slowly releasing. And again, with this breath, noticing the breath in, full awareness, breathing out. And again, bringing your awareness fully to everything you can hear in this moment, right now, as we bring this practice to a close. And remember, it's not about having no thoughts. It's about recognizing that thoughts are there. And we don't need to go with them. We don't need to be focused on them. We just need to allow them to come and go as we practice mindfulness, letting go of that judgment. So when you're ready, opening your eyes, coming back into the room, moving your body, being fully present in that moment. All right, I hope you found that helpful today. And I really love to hear any comments, any thoughts you have. Please press subscribe if you haven't. Please share this if you think anyone else would benefit from it or find it helpful. And I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye for now.